How does a major bank prevent the next London whale trader or LIBOR scandal? For some firms like Barclays, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan Chase, and HSBC, it means stepping up on compliance. These firms have hired dozens of former intelligence agents to step up their hunt for rogue traders. John Detrixhe covers the banking industry for Bloomberg News, and he joins me now from London. This is an amazing story. Walk me through first what it is that former CIA agents are doing in banks.
Well, one of the things that they're doing, they're applying the sort of the methods and techniques that they used in their original roles in, intelligence and law enforcement, and they're applying that, whether it's applying that to the financial industry, whether it's monitoring electronic communications, whether it's going through voice calls. But yeah, they're going through and they're analyzing whether it's manually going through or trying to find patterns, trying to find inconsistencies, and they're applying that to the financial field. And
so this is data mining. This is basically something that government agencies have been perfecting over the last 10 years. So it's a relatively new science in and of itself.
Yeah, I mean, and what they're doing, it's complementary. It's complementary to what they were doing before. And a lot of this, on the technology side, this stuff has its roots in Department of Defense technology. And so it is an obvious, an obvious pickup for them.
So tell me what exactly are the behaviors that they're looking for. If I'm sitting in front of a massive data set and I want to make sure there's not another London whale, what am I looking? What sort of deviations from the norm stand out?
Yeah, so one of the things, one of the, techniques is they try to establish a baseline. They look over a period of time and try to see, what is normal? What is normal in terms of messaging? What is normal in terms of behavior, like in and out, number of emails sent? And then they look for the outliers. They find the stuff that sticks out for some reason. And there can be more sophisticated things. On the technology side, we had suggestions that they might look at things like, is the trader using someone else's phone? I don't know that this is necessarily used, but it was suggested that one approach could be to look at, inflection in the voice, analyzing the tone of voice. Is the trader whispering? It sounds kind of silly, but at the same time, some people suggested to us that could be really valuable information.
You've taken a lot of time also to look at how this is changing behavior in the banks. What is it like right now to be a trader and to be subject to this kind of scrutiny?
Yeah, I mean, my colleagues who worked on the story with me did some great research, did some great reporting on this, and it does sound like it can foster an atmosphere of insecurity. And we also talked to other experts who just said that this kind of big brother mentality isn't great. It's not necessarily the kind of atmosphere that everyone wants to foster. I'm sure it varies from firm to firm, but it does sound like there's been some paranoia and some concerns raised from that.
Which banks are farthest out ahead on this? Are these the ones that have gotten burned the most in paying fines over the last 5 years?
I mean, our reporting suggests that everybody's looking at this. We included in the story, UBS has been public that they hired, I think, 350 compliance officers last year. That's, contrast with obviously banks across the board are cutting back in other parts of their business. So they're really all doing this. It's hard to say if anybody's in particular, out in front on this, but it does look like everybody's looking at it, and it sounds like they have to.